Hello folks, so I was recently asked by a viewer what I thought of the Cazoo Car Subscription service, and my response was, I don't know, but I'll find out. So this is me finding out, okay? So I've gone away and done a bit of research on Cazoo and looked at their subscription service, and I'm going to go through basically what that entails. We're then going to quickly revisit Onto, which is an electric car subscription service. And I'll just highlight a couple of differences between that and what Cazoo offer, and then we'll compare that to a lease, which, if you like, is a different kind of subscription service. And then we're going to have a couple of examples at the end so you can see the difference in price. And it's not an exact science, this, but hopefully I'll point you in the right direction. Before we go any further, give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it when people do. I need more of you to do it, so please do that. Thanks. Right, so Cazoo here say flexible all-inclusive car subscriptions, one monthly payment. All you need to do is add fuel. The new alternative to car ownership and leasing. Included for one monthly payment, fully comprehensive insurance, servicing and maintenance, road tax, 24/7 roadside assistance, 1,000 monthly miles, add up to 2 additional drivers, no hidden costs, no paperwork, and 5p off every litre of fuel with Shell. Total convenience, we'll arrange your servicing, MOT, insurance and more. And flexible term lengths. Choose for a subscription length from 6, 12, 24 or 36 months. No hidden costs. We bundle everything you need into one great value package. New cars in stock today. So Cazoo have lots of their cars actually in stock. So how it works, you find your perfect car, choose your term length, delivery or collection. You have to pay for delivery with Cazoo. It's 99 quid. Or you can collect from one of their customer centres for free. And there's a 7-day money-back guarantee. If you change your mind, we'll give you a full refund. Right, so it is 1,000 miles a month, but if you want to increase the mileage, they've got a couple of different levels you can go up to. So you can increase it to 1,500 miles a month, so that's 18,000 miles a year for 100 quid a month extra, or 2,000 monthly miles, so 24,000 miles a year for £200 a month extra. Unlike car ownership, you simply hand it back or keep it rolling. So a bit like a lease, you generally just hand it back. If you did want to extend a lease, you usually can as well. If you do decide to return the car, we'll carry out an end of subscription check. Your deposit will be refunded subject to deductions for any damage. Much like a lease, okay, but this one, your deposit is refundable. Am I eligible for a Cazoo car subscription? You need to have a full UK driving licence. Your income will be checked. They'll make sure you're over 25, your credit history and credit score will be checked, and you need to give details of your motor convictions and claim history. So you do need to check a few boxes, and if you've got, say, a poor credit history or a terrible driving history, they may well say no, you don't qualify. So then you go onto the car search, everything's in stock with Cazoo, so not necessarily at your local Cazoo centre, but it means they've got the car. So it could get to you usually within a week or two. And the price you see here is the price you pay, including the insurance and everything else. Now, they're not all brand new. You see, this one's got 2,500 miles on it. This one's got 6,000 miles on it. But most of them are new. Possibly some ex-demonstrators, or like here, look, 1 mile, 2 miles. It's like delivery mileage kind of stuff. And I'm recording this video on the 18th of January 2022. The prices are correct at the time I'm doing this. By the time the video comes out, prices may have changed, so do go and double check. Right, this is the interesting bit. So obviously you've got that 7-day money back guarantee, cooling off period, which is fine. But the main difference here is with a car lease, most companies will charge you at least 50% of the remaining payments owed on the contract. Some charge less, but could still add up to a significant sum of money, especially if you want to cancel within the first year or two. If you want to cancel a Cazoo subscription any time after the 14-day cooling off period, there's a flat £500 early termination fee. So that's really good. That's a big sort of positive over a lease. However, you have to look at how much you might save on the lease and how likely you are to want to give that car back early. So if you sign up for a 2 or 3 year deal, realistically, are you going to want to give the car back before that? Obviously, unforeseen events happen and everything else, but are you really likely to do that? If so, then maybe this is something to look at. If not, maybe you'd rather save the money on the lease. Because it could well be that, although it's only 500 quid to cancel this after, say, a year into a 3-year deal, and on a lease it might cost you a few thousand quid. It might be that you've saved quite a substantial amount of money by leasing, but that's quite a good benefit if the rest of the deal makes sense. Okay, next we're just going to have a very quick look at 𝗏𝗀. I did a video about 𝗏𝗀. There's a link to that up there. It's a few months old now, but hopefully most of it is still completely relevant. Cazoo is almost a halfway house between a standard lease and a car subscription service. The only thing that makes it a subscription service really is the fact that they're throwing in the insurance and maintenance, and you can cancel it for a more reasonable fee generally than on a lease. 𝗏𝗀 is a full-on subscription service, so you can cancel it with a month's notice. So the benefits of 𝗏𝗀 are that it's only a monthly commitment, okay? So you just cancel with 30 days notice. There's no deposit to pay. Insurance is included. Charging, you get free charging at over 11,000 chargers in the UK. Servicing's included, breakdown covers included, road tax included, and 1,000 miles per month are included. So super quick overview there. Let's have a look at the examples now. Right, quick plug for you here, guys, and I'm going to save you some money. This is actually my order from HelloFresh, which is coming tomorrow, but I want to share this with you, okay? If you use my code, which is in the video description and pinned as the top comment, you'll get 46 quid off your HelloFresh, and you can cancel it at any time. What they do, they send you a big box full of food and recipes. You choose the meals they're going to send you every week, and you can choose how many of those meals you want delivered every week, and then you go ahead and choose the meals. So next week, for example, and you can literally just go in and choose which ones you want. You can add extra ones, take them away, whatever you want to do. You can cancel it all at any time. So the first one's going to be super cheap for you because there's a 43 quid discount. So you're probably going to get enough food to feed your whole family for about 30 quid or something, I would imagine. But check it out for yourself. Please use my link, and I think I get 30 quid off my next one if someone uses it. Full disclosure and all that. But as you can see, I use this. This is me. Give it a whirl, see what you think. Okay, let's get started. So first we're going to look at the internal combustion engine car, which can be the Ford Focus. And for that, we're just going to compare Cazoo to Lease Loco. Then we're going to put an electric vehicle into the mix, which can be a Tesla, and we're going to add 𝗏𝗀 onto that one. Obviously, I've already explained the differences between the three, but it'd be interesting for you to see how that works out in pounds, shillings and pence. So with a Cazoo subscription, you're looking at £99 delivery, £379 deposit, but of course that deposit's refundable when you return the vehicle. And then £379 a month, nothing for your insurance, nothing for your monthly maintenance. On the lease, you're looking at 0 delivery charge, £234 deposit on this particular deal, and then £281 a month. Now we've also got to factor in insurance and monthly maintenance, and I've just taken a really broad guesstimate at these. Obviously where you live, the kind of use you have for the car, where it's parked overnight, your occupation, your age, your no claims history, it's going to have a massive bearing on the insurance. So feel free to take this number out and stick one in that feels more relevant to you. But I've put 30 quid in. It's obviously a very low insurance group, this car as well. And then 20 quid for the monthly maintenance. You'd have the choice of buying a monthly maintenance package, which will probably be somewhere between 10 and 30 quid, I would imagine, on that car, off the top of my head. Or just put the money away each side so you've got a bit of money saved for when you need to do servicing, and if it did need some tyres, which is unlikely on this kind of mileage on a new car. So that gives you a monthly total on Cazoo of 379, and with the lease of 331. If we look at 1,500 miles per month, the closest I can get to that on a lease is a 20,000 mile deal. Obviously that's 1,500 months, actually 18,000 a year, so you're a little bit better off in that regard. So with Cazoo, you'd be looking at 99 delivery, 479 deposit, but that deposit's refundable, 479 a month, simple as. With the lease, 234 deposit, 322 a month. So the difference there, the gap sort of widens, doesn't it, when you're doing a few more miles. So that's quite interesting and something to take note of. Once again, think about the insurance factor, because it could be wildly different from what I'm suggesting in this video, in either direction, in fairness. So other factors in favour of Cazoo. You've got the 5p Shell fuel saving. You've got breakdown cover included, although that's often included with a lease because it's usually part of your warranty. It's not always for the full period, and you know, you would need to make sure you've got that if you do lease a car. Your deposit's refundable, and you've got no insurance fluctuations. And the other thing with Cazoo is if you want to get out of your deal at any point, you pay 500 quid and you're out of it. With a lease, it's often 50% of your remaining payments if you want to get out of a deal. Something that's not so good on the Cazoo deal is the car insurance excess is £750, which in a lot of cases is quite high as a car insurance excess. So that's just something to bear in mind. If you did have an accident, you might be liable for that first £750, and it's £100 on the windscreen. Okay, now moving over to the Tesla. So standard range Tesla, and we're looking at the Cazoo subscription, 99 up front, 749 a month. Then onto is actually 1,099 a month on the same car, and then on the lease you're looking at 99 up front and then 619 a month. I've put £60 as a monthly insurance. The Tesla's a much higher insurance group, but again, you're going to have to take that number out and insert your own one if you want to make this anything like a worthwhile exercise. Then monthly maintenance, I've put £25. There's not a great deal of maintenance to do on a Tesla, but if you wanted to get a monthly maintenance package, my guess is it's going to be somewhere around that kind of price. But it will vary from deal to deal and supplier to supplier. So you can see the differences in the monthly totals there. And if we go to 1,500 miles a month, Cazoo, you've got the 99 delivery, 849 refundable deposit, 849 a month. Then onto, the website only shows the numbers for 1,000 miles a month. I'm going to give it a guesstimate, and I'm going to use the same methodology which Cazoo uses, which is put £100 a month on top. So we're going to call it 1199, albeit take that with a pinch of salt. And then finally, the lease on 20,000 miles a year, you've got the £99 deposit, £707 a month, and I've said £60 for insurance, £25 for maintenance. That gives you £748 a month. Again, we've gone through some of the other benefits of using Cazoo. Other factors in favour of Onto, of course, you've got free charging at 11,000 chargers, which could be fantastic for some of you, depending on where you are, availability of chargers, if they work, all that kind of good stuff. And it's only a 1 month commitment, so you can always cancel with a month's notice. So I've said before, I sort of consider Onto to be a proper subscription service. It's very, very similar to just hiring a car from Hertz or Enterprise or somewhere, but you've also got that free charging built in, which is good. Cazoo for me sits as sort of a median. It's a bit of a hybrid subscription stroke lease kind of thing. If you're doing a low mileage and you're prepared to commit to it for a while, can be a good way to do it. And then the lease, hopefully, if you watch this channel regularly, you know plenty about car leasing by now, and you know if it's for you or not. At the moment, I have to say as well, the focus was not on a particularly amazing deal or anything. I could have done this and swayed it much more by sort of picking something that's on an exceptional deal and that's a really high price on Cazoo and a high price on Onto and all the rest of it. I've literally just tried to pick the most popular EV and one of the most popular internal combustion engine cars. As I said, not a scientific experiment. Don't take this too seriously. I'm just trying to articulate, probably quite badly, the main differences between the lease model, the subscription model, and then this Cazoo one, which kind of sits in between in my book. So I hope you find it useful. Please give it a thumbs up, please. It's massively important to me, and if you don't subscribe to the channel, please consider doing so. Hopefully you'll like this video next. It's about Onto, but I talk about Onto in much more detail, and again look at a couple of examples on there. So thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time.